Cool. So we have official takeoff of our webinar. And yeah, thank you so much, guys, everyone joining today. We are really excited having you for how to protect your freelance revenue. And today we have great speaker joining us, which is Mark Walters. He's leading insurance for freelancers. And today you're gonna know why insurance is very important and why insurance is like one of those things who can really protect you today in 2024 and in the future, definitely. So we're gonna speak about this one. Mark, thank you so much for joining. Please step in.
Ihor, thank you very much for having me. We at Coverdash are excited to partner with Workee. We are a huge believer in freelancers in general. That it's one of our core customer groups. So Coverdash, we are a 50-state digital insurance broker. We are a tech-led, technology-first insurance brokerage. And we cover all different types of freelancers. You can come to our website through Workee and get a quote for any of your business insurance needs, whether it's professional, general liability, or cyber insurance. That's something that we excel in. Most of the time, you'll be able to go right onto our website and get an automatic quote and bind coverage right there.
Cool. Yeah, that's great. And today topic of our webinar is actually two directions. First of all, how you can really like get started the business and find different ways how you can monetize your freelance time. And second one is how you can actually move forward with this and how you can really build some trust and some stability in your very not stable freelance business. So my name is Ihor. I'm founder here at Workee. I guess for everyone who joins, you already know about our company, what we do. You can imagine Workee as like Shopify for freelancers. We're helping freelancers to build this vertical solution, starting from personal website, listing different products, connecting payments, connecting your client management system, and running your finances in one place. So yeah, we are really proud of building reliable partners and building this ecosystem, and yeah, happy to have Coverdash among them. So we'll be starting our webinar, and yeah, we're gonna take off this from this funny slide. As you know, guys know, as some of you remember, because I keep forgetting it's already Friday today. So happy Friday, everyone joining here, and let's get this party started. So this is a freelancer. As you can see, freelancers are very fun profession to be in. And usually freelancers struggle with everything. They struggle how to start, they struggle how to promote, how to run, how to protect, how to pay taxes with different things. So let me maybe walk you through one of the major points any freelancer is facing when you guys actually starting some flexible type of business like freelancing. Every freelancer usually struggles with how to find customers. Finding customers is one of the biggest challenge, and every time when you think, okay, I already have big network that I can already work with, there is no actually guarantees that this network gonna keep you busy. So the question is how you can automate acquisition of your customers and how to make sure your business always has this gas to move forward. A couple of ways that you can consider for starting the business is as a freelancer. First of all, it's very important to have this conversion point where you understand that okay, today as a result of my connection with people, they're gonna do something. They're gonna be in my funnel, and you really need to understand how this funnel looks like. Today, the best way to build funnel is to create products that you are serving and create maybe some initial touch point with your customer. Maybe this is introduction call. Maybe this is some initial inquiry for your services. Maybe this is some additional request that you can provide, maybe some lead magnet, whatever. Best way to host your product service is your personal website and well-defined product proposition. Every time when you're starting the business, make sure that you have this in place. You have clear product offering and you have clear catch-up points, how people can actually start with you. Because any conversion, any funnel, they have stages. So the first stage in your funnel is when people signing up for anything that you provide. Lead magnet, introduction call, maybe some initial service, so make sure you can offer them this initial service. Secondly, let's talk about some most important and maybe most common channels where you can actually get customers. First of all, for freelancers, is why I'm putting LinkedIn on first place. LinkedIn right now is the largest network of professionals in the world. With LinkedIn, you can, why LinkedIn is very easy to navigate, because LinkedIn actually encourages you to go ahead and find people that you need to find. LinkedIn built great system of filters where you can really filter people in terms of their connections, locations, professions, number of years in profession, skills. You can even filter people in zip code of specific location. So building LinkedIn outreach is something that we always keep pushing our customers to do and helping them to navigate through this challenge. First of all, it's very easy. You can just create a simple message introducing your services, what you do, how you can help, then find and filter people over LinkedIn and start connecting them and saying, hey, my name is Mark. I'm here to provide you with freelance services like maybe website development, maybe coaching services, maybe tutoring services. I do my first session for free. Why won't we meet with you? That's it. That's very simple catch-up message, and definitely a lot of people just stop doing outreach because they are not seeing results. But the real reality is that in any funnel for any company, for any freelancer, there is actually conversion rate. Average conversion rate for responses is 5%. What does it mean? It means that if you want to get 5 conversations, you need to have 100 messages. Guys, this is very simple math. To start getting your customers, just make sure that you are aware of these conversions, and you're just aware that if you're gonna reach out to 100 people, 95% of people, 95 persons, they will not respond. They will not agree on your services. They will not react on your message. So you should be comfortable with the conversion rate that you have in your funnel. So LinkedIn, first of all, just to keep it clear, LinkedIn, great way to find prospects and start reaching them.
So
Because
just to
they,
pivot off of that, I want to
yep.
say that even now, I've been deep into my insurance career. I've been in commercial insurance for 15 years. I still contact 100 people a day between
Mhm.
emails and calls every single day. I actually do at the end of the week, at the end of the month, take a look at my own activity. Am I generating enough activity to nurture the relationships that I have, build new relationships, land new clients, progress deals along? You're absolutely right. It is a numbers game. You do have to make sure that you're constantly generating that activity. And LinkedIn is a wonderful place to do it. Everybody that you have more than one intro call with, you really should be trying to reach out to via LinkedIn and make that connection. I've been using LinkedIn for basically my entire professional career. And now I'm at the stage where most of the people that I deal with on a day-to-day basis are, in my extended network. It's very common that people that I'm dealing with for the first time are second degree connects. And a lot of the time I'm coming back in touch with people that are first degree connects that I don't remember when
Yeah.
I last talked to them. It may be 10 years ago, but LinkedIn helps me reach back and say, yes, I do know this person.
That's thank you, Mark, for this follow-up. And I guess one of the most professional skills you can have with LinkedIn is just like keep engaging people with people and keep your profile up and running. Something that I'll add like professional tip for LinkedIn: do not only outreach to people, but also today in today's world, having your personal brand, I guess it's becoming even more crucial with all the AI and with all generated content that you can see out there. Keeping your identity is becoming the most important thing. Why I'm saying this, if you are providing some freelance services in maybe in some specific niche, make sure that you have at least your content plan, your agenda in LinkedIn, and your post in LinkedIn, your interest in LinkedIn, going through the same path. That you are actually becoming expert in this industry. So you are like growing your network and you are outreaching to people to find some new connections. So first of all, yeah, LinkedIn is a very deep topic, but let me just go and cover some major topics out there. So LinkedIn, number one. Second is network events. Uh, for you out there in any big city, in any small city, right now, networking is something that is out there. A lot of things are happening. The best way for you, if you can't see some event that you're looking for in your city, go and host one. Hosting event today, it's very easy. You can just go ahead, say, hey guys, we are meeting in Starbucks. I'm inviting like 15 people who are interested in this type of business, this type of services, whatever. Just come on, let's have a chat. That's it. Hosting event and finding people over Luma, Partyful, Eventbrite, Meetup.com, it's very easy. The most events are happening organically. You're just placing the event and people just going there. So either you're gonna go and participate in the event, either you're gonna go and host one. Everything will cost you maximum cup of coffee and maximum cup of efforts of your time to find those events and to make sure you can get value out of this and connect, introduce yourself, connect on LinkedIn, and just make sure that people are having the good memory about you, having good chat with you, and they have clear understanding of what you are doing and how you can help and what services you provide. Then referrals. From what I see from our customers, a lot of our customers, they underestimate what is referral. Referral for any business, it's very expensive. Just maybe talking in numbers again. For us, we do understand that bringing one customer for Workee, it costs like, for example, it costs $500 for example. We understand that, okay, we need to pay for marketing acquisition to bring some customer, but we already understand that we have some active customers and we are very happy to pay it like 50% of this acquisition, like $200, $300 for our customers to go ahead and bring some more customers to Workies, engage their friends, colleagues, other people they know who might be interested in our services. Same way it works for your freelance services. Make sure that, okay, if you're providing some freelance services to your network, make sure that you have clearly written this policy that, okay, guys, if you're gonna refer me, I'm gonna cash back you. If you're gonna refer me a customer, I'm gonna cash back you with money. I'm gonna give you some discount. I'm gonna give you some service for free. Working with your existing network, this is a great power because growing your network is very expensive. And keeping your network with you, it's a great benefit that any business can afford. But any business also every business should also think about how your current customers can work for you. And then at the end of the day, the better service you provide and the better you're engaging with your current customers, the more people you can bring in. I guess, Mark, you already have experience with referrals. How do you encourage your current customers to bring you new customers to Coverdash?
Absolutely. So referrals for us happen very organically. Usually when people are coming for commercial insurance and they're coming to a broker for the first time, we're solving an immediate problem. Most people are coming to us ready to buy. They're not long-term nurture relationships. They're coming because they have a requirement from a vendor, a client, maybe to get a license, whatever it happens to be, but they need insurance right now. So when we solve that problem for them and we do it well and quickly, they're very eager
Hmm.
to refer us around, especially when the client had difficulty. Maybe they went through a couple of different brokers. Maybe they originally got a number that was just simply unaffordable. If we deliver a good product at a good price quickly and efficiently, um, it same same as it works for you when you have a great experience with a business, you want to tell other people. And they do. So yes, we absolutely do engage in drip marketing and ask for referrals that way, but most of our referrals come naturally. When a client has a great experience and they have a peer, as most freelancers do, they tell their peers what experience they had and how to solve the problem that they might be having as well.
Hmm. Yeah, and every time when you guys thinking about some type of service, you immediately can imagine some company. Maybe if you're thinking about phone, you are maybe thinking about Apple or maybe Samsung or something else. When you're thinking about car, maybe you're thinking about Mercedes or maybe you're thinking about Ford, right? So you have this brand relation. Same with services when you're buying some services from company, especially from a freelancer. The bigger companies, bigger brand it has. And same for you. If you're providing some services, your brand is your identity. And yeah, just keep doing the great work and you're gonna get these customers. Just make sure that you have this appreciation and you appreciate your customers who are bringing you new customers. Hey guys, feel free to
Absolutely.
share our service. Help us grow. I'm a small business. I'm looking for customers. Just make sure that your network is aware of your request. And this is how it works. You are the only one worker, chief marketing officer, chief executive officer, chief financial officer in your freelance business. So make sure you can have these all people in your head working in the same direction, right? Then
And
we have
Ihor,
go.
just to add to that, you mentioned branding, and yes, branding is important. Direct to consumer businesses spend millions, tens of millions, hundreds of millions of dollars a year on branding. You go to a sport outing and you see all these just brand awareness ads all over the stadium. Business to business clients don't do that as much. So that's one of the reasons that people are so open to referrals. When you think of personal lines insurance, you immediately think of Geico, State Farm, Allstate. You see the commercials constantly.
Hmm.
In the business to business space, you might not know who does that for insurance or VoIP phones or accounting software because those companies, they just don't advertise direct to the general public because it's not efficient. So that's one of the things that makes referrals even more valuable. Um, People are open to them because they don't have that idea in the back of the mind immediately of what the top brand is for that.
Hmm. Yeah, you're absolutely right, and thank you so much for supporting my statement. Just final step before I'm gonna switch to next slide is cold emails. And putting this last point, difference between cold outreach over LinkedIn and cold outreach over email is when you are outreaching people over LinkedIn, they can see who they've been outreached by. They can see your name, they can see connections, they can see your post, they can do quick due deal before accepting and responding. In our email, it's much harder because some email practices usually it is not recommended to put a lot of links in emails because it's going to be considered spam by Google and your emails won't be delivered. So usually you are not sending links over cold emails, and in our cold emails, people can't see who you are. Can they trust you or whatever? So that's why. But cold emails are a very good way to follow up. For example, there are many tools that you can use to get emails of people from LinkedIn. You can use those emails to follow up them with cold emails. Conversions in cold emails are usually lower. It's up to 1%, but just keep this in mind that those channels, all channels are great. Maybe it's sounds very obvious and very hard to implement, but channels work when they combined. If you're combining your LinkedIn with your brand building, with social media, with referrals, with networking, with cold emails, at the end of the day, you're getting customer. So just make sure that, yeah, this is a big game, but this game works for you when you already have this up and running. If you are struggling today, push this, and in 1 year, you'll have your network bringing customers and you won't be doing much of this. Cool. I see we have some questions, guys. Let us please write down your questions in your chat. We'll have special slide with Q&A. We're gonna get there soon, so will be happy to go through all the questions. Sounds good? Thank you. Let's go for this one. Some strategies to grow your freelance revenue. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna give you ideas how you can bring more products to your portfolio just to keep your business growing. So first type of products that we have here is when you're doing some lesson, maybe some appointment, maybe some consultation. So usually for any freelancers, for any business, everything starts from inquiry call. From an intro call where you can actually understand what your customer needs. So this is kind of first product consultation advisory session. Then usually having different products, having your understanding about some specific niche, you can create a course, you can create digital product, you can create affiliate product. Create a course is imagine that you are freelancer in some specific industry, design, or maybe software engineering, or maybe some consulting coaching services. By having your experience, you can simply create a course and publish this course. Maybe people are not ready to buy a consultation or maybe contract from you, but they will be more eager to buy a course from you because price is cheaper and this is a good entry point. Selling digital goods. You can offer templates, you can offer checklists, you can offer some methodologies that you developed to your customer, and this is all digital products that you can offer to your business and to your potential customers. Affiliate products. We see that many people, they're not aware, but based on official statistics from Upwork and Pioneer, right now, creators economy makes more than 15% of revenue from affiliate products. 2 years ago, it was less than 5%. All of you know Amazon, Etsy, Sephora, any other big company. Most of companies, they do have affiliate product. It means you can send your customers the same link to the same product on Amazon with the same price that Amazon provides. But in this case, when you're sending your affiliate product link, you'll get revenue share from Amazon for you bringing them sales. So just make sure that you're comfortable what this affiliate product is. And many people, they even don't realize how many revenue they can make from affiliate products. Then going to level 3, when you have your customer base, when you already have your people who purchase affiliate products, digital products, courses from you, you already can create memberships. Memberships, right now, what I see that a lot of people, they're creating close WhatsApp channels, and they're selling access, like $5 a month, to be subscribed to my WhatsApp channel. This is a very easy idea, but usually people are sharing some unique content, some unique developments with people in WhatsApp channels with their subscribers. So memberships and subscriptions, this is big flow, big chunk of revenue you can get. When you're getting your subscriptions, products, affiliate products, you can run a YouTube channel. We have many our successful customers who have YouTube channel where they post videos, and this is great acquisition channel for you. It requires some skills to have videos on some topics on YouTube channel, but when you have YouTube channel, you can create your media kit, and this is the best way to get to brand deals. A lot of from what we see, freelancers, they moving in two directions. They either trying to hire other freelancers to provide services, or either they want to grow their services in price. If you are charging $100 an hour for something, by growing your audience, by growing your brand, by growing your followers, you can get to $1,000 an hour easy in a couple of years. This is what we see. And when you have your YouTube channel, when you have your followers, you can get to brand deals. Many companies as Workee, we are using we are working with bloggers, influencers, so they can post about Workee, and they can post about Workee, about our business to their followers. So I just showed you very quickly and gave you ideas how you can today start promoting, start creating different type of products with the main idea to grow your revenue. And now we gonna imagine that we are already having some revenue. And the question is, what we gonna do with this revenue? So I'm gonna go and pass my flow to Mark, and he gonna help us understand how make sure that our revenue will stay with us, actually.
Absolutely. So there are three basic reasons that someone decides that they're ready to get business insurance for their professional services. One, you have assets to protect. Like Ihor is saying, you have money coming in. There's significant capital inside of the business now, and you're concerned about protecting that. Two is you have a third-party requirement. Frequently, a freelancer going to work for a larger company, that larger company, as part of their general terms in the contract that they sign with all freelancers, requires general liability and professional liability. If you're dealing with their data, it might also require cyber liability. So you do it because you have assets to protect, because you have a contractual requirement. And the third reason that people get insurance is because it's a standard of practice in their niche. So, for example, I think you'd be hard pressed to find a freelance CPA or a freelance speech therapist that doesn't have insurance, an attorney practicing on their own. They get it because all of their peers do. So those are the three basic reasons that you get business insurance. But you really do need to be thinking about protecting yourself, because normally when you go to work for a large organization, they're doing everything for you. They provide you with an email address, with a phone. You don't think about it, but they're also providing you with insurance and legal protection. The assets of the company are there to defend you. They may or may not have a built-in legal team, and they almost certainly have insurance. You never ask about it. You probably will never see it when you work for a large corporation, but it is there. So when you're out on your own, you do need to think about all those things that that corporation was doing to support you. And insurance is certainly one of those things. Last but not least, in the area of contractual requirements, some of the marketplaces that you advertise your services do have their own requirements, just like if you were working for a larger corporation. Some of those marketplaces do vet freelancers to some extent, and as part of vetting, they can be verifying licenses, they can be doing background checks, and they can be asking for insurance as well. So the basic types of insurance that freelancers need to consider are these four here: general liability, business owners, cyber, and professional. Now, general liability and business owners are an either or. A business owner's policy always contains general liability, but it also contains some property insurance and maybe some other things as well. In certain circumstances, it might have a little cyber limit built in. It might even have some professional liability built in. Business owners is just a very broad term, and it means a package of other coverages together. Um, so just to start with what those pieces might be, that general liability covers any sort of bodily injury or property damage that you may cause through your work. Now, people that work remotely, that's a very, very low exposure. A graphic designer that works from home has practically no use for general liability because there is really no way through their normal scope of operations where they can cause any sort of bodily injury or property damage. Now, that same graphic designer who's going on site to supervise installation of work that was their concept, all of a sudden they now do have an exposure to bodily injury or property damage. They're directing others. They might get involved in setup or teardown. So they absolutely could cause some sort of bodily injury, and then general liability is very relevant. Anyone that works with their hands or works in their field is out at trade shows constantly, out meeting people constantly, has more of this physical exposure. So they're far more exposed to the general liability piece. All of our small contractors that are doing that sort of freelance work, beauticians, uh, you know, anybody that's out in the field and physically meeting with clients probably needs general liability. If you're a programmer, a content creator, graphic designer, anybody who can do their work remotely from home, from another location, and doesn't go visit clients, may not actually need general liability. So unless they have a client or a marketplace that's requiring it, we don't necessarily recommend it. Now, what they do need, on the other hand, is professional liability. Professional liability is insurance for causing economic injury to someone that generally does not involve bodily injury or property damage. So what does that mean? Let's take that same graphic designer. Graphic designer is engaged to do work. They provide an outcome, they provide a design. The client then goes on to use that design, and they find out that it didn't actually contain everything they thought it was supposed to. There were some issues with it, and the client has to recall things that they had printed and redo it. Well, nobody was hurt physically. There was no property damaged, but the client has an economic injury. So that's professional liability. And
Hmm.
that exists for really everybody that is providing any sort of professional service. So that's your accountants, that's your designers, that's your programmers, developers, project managers, anybody that mainly works with a computer, they probably have some sort of professional liability exposure. Um, Basically, every freelancer out there either has a general liability exposure, a professional liability exposure, or sometimes both. So everybody is going to need at least one of these two coverages. Cyber liability, this one is very important when part of what you do is you work with third-party private information. So let's say you're doing accounting work and you have a lot of client protected financials, or maybe you're doing marketing work for a client and you have a large list of their customers or their prospects. Well, all of that can be uh, what's called PII, personal identifiable information. And if you have a breach, you might have a duty to notify all those people that their information was breached. Or maybe just trade secrets of the client and the client has a real injury. So it's very likely that when you work with private information, that a large counterparty that you're doing work for is going to require it. Or if you just see that you're collecting a lot of information through what you do, you want to have that cyber insurance. What does cyber insurance do? One, it pays for notification when people do have a breach. It pays to defend you if you have a breach and someone brings an action against you. Depending on what you do, it can also cover you if you have an outage, if you mainly make money online and your website goes down and you're losing revenue, it might be there to replace that as well.
Oh, wow.
Another group of folks that absolutely always need cyber insurance, we always recommend it. Sometimes we even try and get it built into professional liability. Anybody that's in a health related field. If you're subject to HIPAA, then you absolutely need cyber insurance 100%. Anybody that touches a electronic health record, anybody that's in allied health, the Medi spas, people that you might not think about have health information, They still count. You still do. You absolutely should get cyber insurance. Um, because not only will it do everything that we just said, but it'll also defend you in any sort of regulatory actions that are brought by the state or feds for a breach of that health data.
Mm. Uh, Mark, this is amazing content. I learned a lot, and I have a question.
Sure.
By the way, when I'm saying I learned a lot, I didn't know that there is even insurance exists. If your website goes down, something like this. This is for people who provide services online. This is, I guess, the must have, because many of your revenue will be usually hear from our customers because something doesn't uh, they're struggling with something, or maybe some system lets them down. They're just losing a lot, and then you know that we can actually protect this. I have a question. From what we working with our customers, with our freelancers, usually we see that there are like people who are starting and growing somewhere, and there are people who already have some operations up and running. Do you, based on your experience, what would be your suggestion? When it's the most appropriate time to, okay, go ahead and start using insurance services? Because usually you definitely would agree with me, maybe when you're starting, it's not far away, not the first thing you're thinking about. You just think about how to get customers. That maybe what's the usual like best time to convert and start using the insurance services?
Ihor, that's a great question, and thank you. I think one thing that we struggle with is when to go ahead and pull the trigger and start doing that
Mhm.
research. Um, First of all, it never hurts to talk to somebody. You can always speak with a broker and just say, "Hey, what do you think about? These are what my operations are going to be. This is what I'm thinking about doing. I'm going to be starting in the next couple of months. Can I get insurance for this? What should I be thinking about for insurance for this? How much do you think it might cost?"
Mhm.
Go ahead and have that call. Absolutely. But there's no reason to buy insurance before you start operating. Um, there is such a thing as spending money too soon. Just like you don't buy um, other fancy support services for your business before you have revenue, um, there's no reason to buy insurance before you have revenue.
Mhm.
When do you start thinking about insurance? It's when you first start signing those clients, and they either have a requirement that you start carrying it, or this becomes your main source of income. Do you need insurance if you're pulling in $5,000, $10,000 a year as a freelancer and it's your side hustle? Probably not. But when you're making 75, 100 plus $1,000 a year, it is your main source of income. You're not
Mhm.
doing anything else.
Okay.
Absolutely. You really should be thinking about it.
Okay, that's very valuable. Yeah, thank you so much for sharing this. Uh, if you don't mind, additional question, based on your experience, so is it more appropriate to think about insurance when you already have some LLC or type of incorporation, or are you also seeing people who are not having businesses and also buying the services?
So, insurance, we're agnostic to your form of business. If
Hmm.
you are a sole proprietor and you don't have an LLC or a corporation yet, we can still cover you. In fact, it might be more relevant because you don't have the legal protections of an LLC. But when you do know what your operating entity is going to be, absolutely, no matter what it is, we certainly can um, work with that.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Because usually I can imagine that if I'm incorporated as a business, I can also use insurance as expense to my
Mhm.
business to lower my tax body, correct?
I'd say talk to your accountant, but even
Hmm.
as a sole proprietor, usually insurance is a valid business
Hmm.
expense when you go ahead and do that schedule of sole proprietor
Okay.
business expenses. Yes.
Oh, thank you so much for mentioning this. Uh, okay.
So Coverdash, we're very excited about partnering with Workee. We are offering 25 to 30% off most of our coverages to Workee clients. And we can do any type of business insurance that you need beyond what we just talked about. We also, as companies grow and hire employees, we can do workers' comp. If you have a business auto, we can cover that. If you need crime insurance because you're working with other people's money, no matter what sort of business insurance that you're looking for, we can do it. Not just the number of products that we do online with automatic quotes. Please, when you go online, go through the Workee portal so you get that additional savings that's right on there.
Yeah.
But when you do,
Mhm.
yeah, go ahead.
I'm just saying that I'm gonna have an additional slide which shows how to redeem. So yeah, I'll be happy to show the clear guidance to everyone who's watching us.
Absolutely. But when you are a Coverdash customer, you'll get your own online Coverdash portal where you can see your coverage and view your current policies, also generate and retrieve certificates of insurance. So any counterparty that you're working with that requests a specific certificate of insurance for proof of coverage, it'll be right there. And then you can reach out to anyone on our team at any time. We're available via email, text. We actually have an online chat portal, and then obviously you can call us on the phone as well.
Cool. And right now we have a quick Q&A checkup. I saw we had a couple of questions in our Q&A section here. Let me see if I can pop it up. Okay, cool. Yeah, I see that we have some checks here. Cool, cool, cool. Some people thumbs up. Okay, guys. If there is some any other questions, feel free to pop them in the chat. Right now, I'll be happy to answer them. If not, I'll be happy to move ahead and give you some small support to your business that you have today. Because as you can imagine, running your personal business and starting up is always hard because you have a lot of things you need to worry about. So with this presentation, we are here to give you some our professional tips, how you can start, how you can get customers, how you can actually expand your revenue. You can protect your revenue and to make your experience a little bit better with your business. We happy to offer you some discounts on our Workee and Coverdash. So for Workee, there is special promo code Coverdash 50, so you can unlock 50% off on Workee plans. Just to make sure we can somehow help you to be more cost efficient when you're growing your business. And to get your Coverdash, so there is this link. You just go to coverdash.com/workee freelancer, and you can get your 30% off your up to 30% off of your insurance from Coverdash as per our partnership here. So we'll have this information recorded. So we're gonna send the recording to everyone who joined here. Make sure you have these links and make sure you are actually running your business and thinking about not only what's happening tomorrow, today, but what will happen the day after tomorrow. So you're thinking in advance because as Mark said, and I really like this as I guess one of the main quotes of our business. When you are doing your of our webinar, when you're doing your freelance business, it probably can become something big that will pay you full-time job. And when you're doing this, make sure that uh, you can forecast your incomes, you can forecast your expenses, and you can just protect yourself. Because at the end of the day, when any business, it's about your personal engagement, and you are like personally responsible for this one. So make sure that other like fraud activities or maybe some other bad behaviors that are currently on the market, they won't touch you and they won't hurt you. That is why insurance exists, and this is why we're here to protect your flows. It was a great time speaking and learning a little bit more about insurance market, how does it work, and what we can take from this for our small business, freelance businesses. Thank you so much, Mark, for being here and providing us with this great content. Thank you so much, everyone, for being with us on this webinar. If you have any other questions, feel free to reach out to us. You already have our contact details. We're happy to help you make a next step. Mark, thank you so much for this time today.
Ihor, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure speaking with you today. I really appreciate your time and inviting me onto your podcast and the partnership that Coverdash and Workee have. We're really excited to be working with you guys.
Thank you. Enjoy your happy Friday to everyone who is today on a call with us, and see you soon. Okay, I'm gonna stop recording right now.